just you're ready to go.
All right.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Chibi Robo Lockout Bingo. I'm Jaxler, and I'm going to be racing against Kobazco. I think he might be muted right now.
Yeah,
there he is.
Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, and then we also have Glitch and Single Scoop are going to hold it down on the mic this time around.
Yeah.
What up?
Glitch, he's Single Scoop.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Hold up.
Don't listen to them.
Wrong
Wait a
glitch.
minute.
Wrong.
We
glitch.
just transitioned.
Don't worry about it.
What?
Wait, what?
Intentionally?
I didn't hit the button. What?
Uh-oh.
Hold up.
Did we break something?
Hold on. Let's see if audio is still going.
Oh no! The
Ruined.
We should be back on game.
Okay. The audio
Back on
is
game?
at least.
I didn't press the button. I don't know what happened.
They heard us. They heard us flub.
Yeah.
They heard they heard everything that was off the air.
Well, hey, welcome back to Chibi Robo.
So yeah, this will be Lockout Bingo. So the way this is going to work is it'll be a 5x5 card of objectives, and if one of us claims an objective, the other person can't claim it for themselves. It's a first to 13 format, so it's a race to clear 13 objectives on the card as fast as possible. So in a little bit, Kobe and I will be heading off the call to because we don't want to listen to each other's controller inputs and such. That would be a little cheap. But yeah, Glitch and Single Scoop are going to take over on commentary in just a second. You guys can probably explain once we start the race, but we're starting from a pre-made save file, just to kind of keep everything consistent, but that'll make a little more sense later. Kobe, are you ready to start?
Yeah, I'm hovering the file. Just
Okay, me too.
Is Bingothon ready?
Yeah.
Are we all ready?
Is the chat
Yeah.
ready?
Is the chat ready? It's a good question.
Type PogChamp if you're ready.
If we're all ready, Jaxler can count us down.
It press 1.
Yeah. So yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Whenever you're ready, when the race starts, the tech pulls you into separate voice channels, and you'll be all good to go.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
we don't
Thank you.
Next, nice.
That's cool. Hi,
Nice.
chat.
That's really great. All right. So I'll count us off from 3, and we'll start on go.
All right. Good luck, Jaxler.
3, 2. Yeah. Good luck. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off. So, starting off from a pre-made save file, as Jaxler said before, we're going to go ahead. Basically, we've already gone through a little bit of the story in the game at the time being. And this was better for bingo because the beginning of the game can be kind of long, and there were some things you have to do in order to progress through the game, and some of these objectives require going through more of the game, so it'd just be longer. So for better entertainment value, it just for better bingos in general. We just start from this save file.
It's more fun for all parties. If you notice, their in-game time for each player, one was an hour and the other one was an hour and 16. So most of that was cutscenes. Up until this point, we've avoided any progression outside of just cutscenes. There's a little bit to it, but it was mainly just getting a tool you get right in the very beginning of the game anyways. So just skips a lot of downtime, so you can get right to it. And at this point, it's they're watching a cutscene explaining how they get a ladder. So we just started out at this little bit of downtime so they can read what they have on their cards. But if you don't know much about Chibi Robo, it seems like there's some Chibi Robo fans in the chat, so that's always hype. But for those who don't know, clap. Yeah, please clap.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
To go over the basics in this game, it's tough to be defined by a genre, but it's I don't know. I guess I'd just say it's an adventure game. Some people say it's like a platformer, but you don't even jump, and there isn't much platforming whatsoever. But it's exploring the hotel. The hotel? What hotel? This is a house.
The Sanderson Hotel.
This is the Sandersons family. He probably has this 4-inch tall robot in a middle class house, and the scale of being a 4-inch robot in a middle class house is its own like world in its own. And so you start in the living room, and there are just many options, many directions you can take in this game. So just the variability of what each person will be doing will be pretty different, I'd say. Never does anyone like think of the same route. Oh, okay, so Kobazco at the start is pulling this chibi ladder. Oh, he's going for the frog rings. This guy's going for the frog rings.
Yeah, so Kobazco just he's pulling off this glitch where instead of pulling the chibi ladder like backwards and forwards like normal, he's gonna do it to where he changes the camera at a certain angle and then resets it as he's going to grab it. So that way the game's like, what's going on here, dude? And then it's not sure what happens, so it like has a drag in a different direction. And yeah, Kobazco also just clipped through a wall. So right off the bat, got some glitches going on here. These were actually found
any wall in the game.
yeah, pretty much. These were found like some time ago. There was like all of a sudden a major breakthrough with clipping into walls, finding you could go through certain things to make things faster. And also for bingo, it's a little more convenient, so you don't have to go all around a bookcase with a ladder, for example, just to get to one frog ring and then go all the way back.
Although I did say that the routes usually will be pretty different, it looks like they're both opting to go upstairs just at the start, but Kobazco opting to get one frog ring, as there's 2 frog ring objectives. There's a 6 frog ring objective and a 9 frog ring objective. There's only 10 in the game.
Right. Yeah, there's only 10, and when you have 10 and you talk to Jenny, a certain event will happen if you don't already know. I don't know if I should say it or not. It might spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it, but
yeah.
Essentially it's just something very short, and it doesn't really do much, but
I like how they were both charging at the same time.
Yeah.
So in the bottom right, you can see there's a little battery that ticks down for every like action they take, every step they take. Look at this, Kobe with the new tech. Nobody knew this for the longest time, but this game has a lot to do with money, and like the highest source of income you can get, or second highest source of income, is just shining this guy's shoes, and like nobody in the world knew that until like months ago.
Free money. The easiest money, dude. Yeah. So let's see, Jaxler, he's in the bedroom now. He's going to lower the slat so he can get into the bedroom at night. And this will help, because he's probably going to have to go through. There is, as someone already pointed out, there is a divorce panel. So this game, at first glance, it looks just like, just a typical happy robot game. You're just a robot and you're with this family and you're like cleaning the house and everything. And then somewhere along the way, things start to happen that are kind of out of place, seemingly, for what could be a kid's game. It's definitely different, but yeah, at the same time, like, I'd say the game's pretty underrated, especially given the fact that it was released so late in the GameCube library. But getting off topic, anyways, divorce panel.
Talking about Chibi Robo.
Yeah, the history of Chibi Robo. All right, but yeah, like the divorce panel. So that's gonna definitely help a lot more, because he's gonna have to go through the bedroom at night, and Mom will probably be there, and so he's gonna have to do that to progress through the game. And also that'll help up, so that way he could actually get some more objectives going and clear some more spots. But
yeah, the other object on the HUD in the top left, obviously the battery is apparent, but we didn't really talk about it. You see the little 5 in the sun icon. It's a timer indicated, which indicates like how much time you have in the day before you have to go to bed. So this game has a day-night cycle, and what you can do at day and what you can do at night is just like a very varied. Right now you see Kobe, he's hopping on this peephole to open the slats in the door. Normally the door is closed at night, but if you have these like slats open, he can access this room at night. And on top of that, there's just other mechanics that are only like available to you at night, and day vice versa.
You might also notice some of the players are actually like they're going forward and then they're like holding back, they're sliding when they're like looking the other direction. So this this definitely helps reduce the battery consumption. So instead of walking normally, you can like walk one way and then hold the other direction in order to save battery because it won't go down as fast. So that has to do a lot with camera positioning as well. Sometimes the camera might be funky and it might screw up the slide.
Ooh.
But oh no, we're fine.
Good.
We're good. Saved. Okay. And Kobe with the little door clip.
Yeah, he always is. He always objects to like take 3 steps away from the door and always tries to clip through it.
The meme clip.
Would it be possible for us to jump in with a donation?
Of course.
Sure.
So we have $5 from Habkainanama. That interpretation of Gollum is also worth some more money for a good cause for me.
Yeah, thank you so much for your donation. Goes to a good cause. What are these guys doing? I haven't even looked at their board yet.
Yeah, so
I'm still bad at bingo.
Yeah. So
I know what
Jaxler
this
already
game
got
is, but
the
that-
green brick, so he's already got the advantage for this game. So and we see Jaxler's also getting the red shoe for the princess that's here, Princess Pitts. Definitely not a rip off of Princess Peach, not whatsoever. But
I never made the correlation.
yeah, just a small correlation. There it is. Yeah. So meanwhile, you'll see Kobazco's also picking up a lot of trash. There is a 10 unique trash square that he's trying to get. And there's a lot of trash underneath Jenny's bed of varying kinds, so he wants to get as much as he can, as well as when you pick up trash, you can throw it away in a couple of trash cans around the house, and that'll give you moolah. So doing that is also going to help for, the 4,000 or 6,000 moolah square.
Moolah and happy points.
And happy
Because-
points, yeah.
Please throw. What was it? Proper. Say the line. Say the line.
Oh, I can't remember.
Proper
It was
waste and proper waste.
Yeah,
in
in the receptacle. Like,
receptacle.
please throw away waste in the proper receptacle. Something like that. I don't know. Chibi Robo, dude. Yeah.
So most of the cards for now. Wait, ooh.
Oh no, Kobe's just spinning. He's doing a
Uh-oh.
dance. He's
He's dancing.
making Chibi dizzy because he's just waiting around. He's just waiting around for the daytimer to end so he can do things at night. Because there are certain things you can only do at night,
Yeah.
and only things you can do at day as well. So
And although they both have the same timer, if you're wondering why Jaxler is already at night and Kobe is still in the day, is that most actions interrupt the timer, being just like any cutscene, like picking up trash, talking to somebody, loading zones, all that stuff. So no matter what, like you're probably going to end up on little delayed timers. There's you can also buy extensions to your timer and abuse glitches that freeze the timer. Jaxler kind of likes that stuff, so maybe we'll be seeing it. He likes to show off.
yeah.
He likes to show off the glitches.
Oh yeah, because at one point this game it just seemed like there were some small glitches that you could do. Then all of a sudden, at some point during the mid 2010s, something happened and a lot more glitches were found.
Yeah.
So, shoutouts to the Chibi Robo speedrunning community, dude. It's really sick. It's kind of small, but we find some
we should
useful,
probably
interesting
on
things.
that.
What's up?
HLA hat. Notices that Jaxler's using the toothbrush to defeat the spiders. As we said earlier, we try to avoid picking up as many like excess or like tools, or we tried progressing the game as little as possible, and we just like only focus on the cutscenes. And luckily, that doesn't involve buying the Chibi Blaster because the toothbrush just suffices and it can take out spiders. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so, let's see. And, Jaxler also reset at one point. I guess he got bad scrap RNG because whenever you defeat these spiders, and the save file also helps with this too, because the spiders don't come in until, like, the third day cycle. Like, typically in the speedrun at least. They don't come in until, like, the third day cycle. So, doing that already gets the spiders right there. And so I guess it's all dependent on RNG, what you get for scrap. And with scrap, you can use that to buy utilibots, like the ladder utilibot that we saw at the very beginning. And the one that he used to get up onto the stairs just now.
Yeah, scrap is pretty vital in just like traversing the game. There's a much faster way to get up these stairs. You can just bypass them with one of the utilibots. And as you see Kobe is doing, he's saving and resetting. If you take out a group of spiders and then save and quit, they'll respawn. So always in the same spot. The spot changes every day and night. But this is just an efficient form of farming scrap. Because he, breaks them down, get the scrap, save, quit. They're there again.
Yeah, just useful farming method that they didn't think to patch out. But luckily for us, we got it, so it's good. And Kobazco is going to be using the trauma suit to warp to the Chibi house. So you first get the trauma suit at the very beginning of the game. You have like no suits, like only one thing. You only have one item that you can use, the copter. It's already built into Chibi. And throughout the house, you get more items, and by talking to certain characters and doing other objectives, you can get more suits. So, the first time you die, you'll get the trauma suit, and he also just got a ghost suit now. So, when you use a trauma suit, because, whenever you have suits, you can hit Z to use a pose for that suit. And if you hit Z on the trauma suit, as you saw, he fell down. And if you wait long enough, Telly will actually bring you back to your Chibi house. And Telly is the little flying television that's Chibi Robo's manager. It's
first name Telly, last name Vision.
Yeah. Little flying CRT TV. This was a game from the mid 2000s, so HD TVs weren't necessarily popular at the time.
I forget if this game has like an actual time period. I think it's like late 90s or something. I could just be making that up.
I don't know.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, like Jaxler got the green brick square like pretty early on, and it's really lopsided in how like quick or how long it takes to get certain squares. I don't watch Bingo much, so I'm not sure of it like relative to other games. But a lot of these squares just take a while to get, so it's hard to tell. Like, sure, Jaxler has 2 squares and Kobe has 0, but that's not a lot to say about like their placement, I guess, because Kobe has been making his own moves to advance other squares. Well,
right.
That's probably the fun of Bingo.
Yeah, so some squares, of course, can be, do faster things, do things that don't take as long. Jax was willing to actually progress the storyline, the main storyline, and that'll also help. Well, right off the bat, that'll help for the divorce square.
Yeah, he's rushing that divorce. He wants
Yeah,
out.
man. You don't want it no more. Okay. All right. So, and they're both conserving power at the same time. Jacks are gonna be clipping through the door. You might also be asking, well, if he's in the foyer and he's going into the master bedroom, why doesn't he just clip through the bottom of the floor or the bottom of the door? The reason being is because for some reason, at night whenever the door is closed, or just whenever the door is closed in period, the hitbox or the I can't think right now, dude.
The loading zone.
Yeah, the loading zone. Thanks. Okay. But the loading zone won't actually be there. Instead, it'll just be a gap in the floor, and you'll fall down to the basement.
Yeah, I think it's mainly just because of the way the door opens instead of closes. Because when it's closed, it still has the loading zone behind it. But if it was open, like from the side of the foyer, I never say foyer. You convinced me.
Well,
You
foyer or foyer. I always used to call it
brainwashed me.
foyer, but I always used to call it foyer. But since it's a French word,
That's
and that's
the
my
main
heritage, I figure
controversy.
foyer, dude. Yeah. Oh no, call it what you will.
Say marathon anymore.
Can I come in for a quick donation?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got a $10 donation from Hedwig saying, "Here, have some happy points. Less than 3. Less than 3 back to you for that donation."
That's good.
Thank you so much for the
That's
happy
nice.
points. Be able to get to Chibi Robo rank number 1. Yeah,
This
so
game's got a lot of less than 3. What are these guys doing? Oh, Jaxler. So, did we talk about plug dropping?
no. So,
okay.
yeah, so plug dropping, as you saw Jaxler just do, he was going to fall from a very tall height, which normally would kill Chibi Robo. However, when you turn around and you pick up your plug at the same time you're falling, it won't actually count as like fall damage. But if it's high enough, if you you can stop in midair while you're picking up the plug. So you'll take some damage, but you won't take all the damage that you're supposed to because the animation's just interrupting the logic of the game.
Yeah,
so you won't actually take damage
anymore. You're picking up your plug. It doesn't really matter where you are. You're just that's the priority.
You're essentially just
also going
standing
for divorce.
still. Ooh.
But as you said, Jaxler's a little ahead in that point in that department.
Jaxler can also get some other squares at the same time. Or no, rather, kobazco can also get some other squares at the same time, and then they can catch up. Kobazco could win this, dude. You just don't know with this game.
Yeah. I will say that Jaxler will have getting divorced. That sounds so weird because
I'm just gonna
get
a
divorce
yeah.
square. Right after that, it basically guarantees that he'll obtain radar first and something else. What was it? I guess it doesn't guarantee the other thing. It only guarantees one other thing. But he's already getting a second square for free. He's basically doing two things at once.
Yeah. And Zico Bosco also using the he's using the warp.
Mm-hmm.
Got that blaster, now we can actually shoot these little plasma balls.
Yeah. One decision that I find interesting is there are 2 squares for a moolah goal. Moolah is the game's currency. If you can have a thought of that.
Yeah.
The 4,000 and 6,000 goal. It's always interesting to me. I've only done a few bingo of this game. I've liked it each time. I just don't do much. Jaxler just spent 1,110 moolah on a blaster, and that was a quarter of a way to a check. So I don't know, that decision making is kind of interesting to me, because I would always just I wouldn't spend anything until I've got those squares. You only have to have gotten those squares. You don't have to maintain 4,000 or 6,000 moolah. It's just like once you get it, then you got the square. He is burning his resource, his moolah.
Yeah, man. He might also be trying to go for a chibi door. I don't know, but that it had to involve getting the charge chip.
Yeah,
Most likely the invisible chibi doors. So chibi doors, there are these little doors. You might have seen some of them. Actually, I want to say Jaxler went through one of them in the kitchen. So these little doors, they kind of look a little like chibi.
he has his eyes.
Yeah,
Or
he
they
has
have
his
his
eyes. Yeah, so those little doors, Chibi can plug through the plug for that door, and it'll bring you to like some weird dimension, which has some moolah. So, getting those, sometimes they have a lot of moolah. Sometimes some of these doors might not have as much. And now there are some doors where the doors are invisible. They're there, but you have to have this
Charge chip.
you have to have the charge chip as well as the blaster, the chibi blaster, in order to actually make those appear.
Oh, okay. Jaxler bought the blaster to shoot that sticker. You can work around. You don't necessarily have to use that sticker to climb these drawers, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to spend the time. He's gonna have to buy the blaster anyways. I guess you just decided to do it now because there are all doors living room, all doors basement, all doors backyard, squares that will require the blaster. So you'll need it anyways, I guess. Oh, we also got a candy bag too.
Yeah, that'll definitely help for the
More
10
of
unique
those.
trash.
And the 5 candy bags.
Yeah, and the 5 candy bags. I didn't even see that. Thank you.
I know, like
Wow.
I don't
Good
know how
commentary.
people do bingo. It's crazy. There's so much to pay attention to.
I
Just,
know.
like, I can just like think of a route and then I'd stick to that route. Like I don't remember why I was doing it, but
Yeah, just go with it. It's
got
like,
2
what? That's
candy
actually
bags.
slow. It's
Guy's
like,
gonna gonna get a cavity.
yeah, dude. And with as much candy as this family eats, yeah, dude, lots of cavities going on. We've stolen the only toothbrush in the house.
Oh, these guys are pretty synced. Look at this.
Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. So we're seeing the toy receipt being given under 2 different circumstances. So you could play the game, you could play this particular part 2 different ways. So if mom's during the day, she can be at the kitchen, you can give her the toy receipt, and then she'll go and run to the living room. Meanwhile, in the bedroom at night, you can give her the toy receipt as well, and she'll call for her husband from the door, from the bedroom. So it's interesting that we get to see 2 sides of the same cutscene, basically.
Yeah. There's also 2 different results of playing this cutscene out at night during day. If you play this at night, it automatically ends the night, regardless of where your timer is, and if you play it during the day continues. So that's one little difference that'll be here.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool to me.
Oh my goodness. This is okay. So Jaxler, having second thoughts on the marriage, he's not rushing the divorce anymore. He's going out of his way. He's climbing these drawers. I figured he would have chased after mom into the bedroom and continue for the square, but because he was further in that regard. But now Kobe can get the square first. Do people call them squares or do people call them checks?
I would assume squares.
Squares? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you play other bingos?
Yeah, I've played some bingos before. I took part in some of the just for fun chibi bingos. And I've also done Super Mario Sunshine bingos and a Luigi's Mansion one, but it was mostly just me playing the game regularly. I didn't do anything fancy.
Albot and or iBot 02 usually says goal.
Goal. Okay. Interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never known. I don't know if there's like a consensus on this thing.
No.
Oh my god, they're getting cold feet. Kobe also not rushing divorce.
So
They're
you
both
see
going
that,
after the mug.
yeah, so interestingly enough, you see that they're both in the day cycle, and Sophie, on the left, Sophie's the little toy worm that was just talking on Kobazco's screen, and she's moving around because there aren't any humans there. Oddly enough, though, even though there aren't any humans in the kitchen, she was actually, like, pretty immobile on Jaxler's side. So that's another thing about the game, too, is, I don't think we've talked about it, is that, you know, during the day, you got all the humans living throughout the house. There's also a bunch of toys because the husband loves to collect toys. They don't have the most money, and he spends a lot of his paycheck or whatever on toys. Or actually, there's not even paycheck because there's a lot more to the story with him getting laid off and all that. So he's basically spending the money that he doesn't have on toys. And a lot of these toys, when they're not around humans, whether that be there's no humans in the room or during nighttime, the toys will come to life. And those will be living, like they've been living there for years. And everyone's like, whoa, what's this? It's a robot. It's a little robot, and he's walking around cleaning the house. And he's helping me with my problems. So
that plays a lot into what's like possible during the day and what's possible during the night.
yeah, so it's basically like a Toy Story thing going on up in here. So
Kobazco looks like he'll be getting the divorce square. He'll be getting his first square. Goal.
He'll be getting his first square. Goal. Check.
Touchdown.
50-yard line. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be an alley-oop because he'll get the radar afterwards.
I was gonna say, is it appropriate now to say Kobe?
Oh my goodness.
Because Kobazco.
Yeah, Kobazco's nickname has always been Kobe. Even in like school, apparently. Oh, Kobe is just asked. What? It just is his name? What? I thought it was his nickname. Like it's shortened for his name. I don't know. What? This lore.
Man.
Your sister? Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yo, what's up? Man,
What up?
getting the inside scoop, I'm like, yo, chat's helping us out.
It's
Let's
like, oh my
go.
god, this person doxed him.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a little monk at TOS.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nice.
Oh, okay, so apparently that was the first Chibi door Jaxler has gone through. 30 minutes in, his first source of income.
Right. Oh, is he
Aside
gonna
from
do?
shining shoes.
I
he's
think he
going
might be
back
doing
in.
CRM. Yeah. Okay.
He might
So
be cheating.
yeah. So he's gonna do a thing called CRM, and that's there's a lot going into this right now.
Please
So
close your eyes.
so
Don't
pretty
witness
much,
this illegal activity.
yeah. So pretty much what he just did right there was he used the wall clip because there's invisible walls all around the little room with all the money. So what he just essentially did now, he froze his battery and the day cycle. So he went through the door, and because you're still technically in the living room, you're just like in a different part of the map, out of bounds from the living room. You can actually go to a loading zone and then load that through it, because when you're in a chibi room, there's no countdown on the timer or on the battery. That carries over through the rest of the rooms, and the only way to like fix that, one of the only ways to fix that is to go back to the chibi room, or any chibi room at all, and then get out of there again to resume. There's also certain things like automatic switching to day or night, like for instance with the mom cutscene in the bedroom that we just went through. And there's something else I can't quite remember, but there's another way that you can get out of CRM. But basically, he's
Chibi
just Chibi House. Oh,
Chibi House.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there are
right.
just a few actions that pause the in-game timer and the battery, or resume in-game timer and battery, and he just like has it stuck on pause. Basically, he is cheating.
This will allow him to do more things without. Oh, sorry, what?
That's fine.
Oops. Yeah, but that'll allow him to do more things without having to recharge, and also do more things throughout the day. So that way he won't have to like wait until nighttime and then wait the next day cycle if it has to be done during the day. Divorce. Yeah, so
first goal on the board. Let's go.
woo! Let's go bingo, as
Start of a
Jaxler would
comeback.
love to say.
he does say that a lot.
Yes, let's go bingo. Alright, so yeah, Kobazco. About to do some things as well. He's about to do some more things in the bedroom. I think he's going to be getting the pajamas. Yeah, the pajama square. So,
pajamas.
during the middle of this divorce, Mrs. Sanderson locked herself in the room. So, there's not much she can do. She does have her old sewing kit, though, so she's going to, like, try to make something. So, once you talk to her after the divorce... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So, sewing kit.
Yeah, sewing kit. Exactly. So, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted to explain it. Oh.
No, I just caught that
might be.
unintentional pun.
Right. Yeah, so, oh, what was I saying? Yes, so, sewing kit. So, she's gonna have, like, she's gonna look around the room, and you can actually, during that little bit of time, there are 3 different spots where there's different pieces of cloth that you could use that she'll make into pajamas for you, and this will allow you to switch to the next day or night cycle. So if you're in the daytime, you put the pajamas on, you're in the night cycle. Same thing, night to day. So that's what they're both. Or actually, no. Yeah, that's what Kobe's doing right now. Jaxler's continuing
still.
the. Jaxler's continuing the divorce. The most hype goal to have. Exactly.
We have another hype thing in the works. If I can just quickly talk about our Super Metroid incentive.
Ooh.
So we need to reach $200 towards that incentive to meet it, so that Palmy will play Super Metroid. I'm just trying to pull up how far we've got towards that. Yep, we've got another $175 left to go, so please get your donations in so we can meet that incentive and watch a Super Metroid bingo at the end of the event.
When is the deadline for said incentive?
Ooh, I'm not quite sure. Give me a second.
I'm assuming by the end of the last run, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be towards the end. For some reason, my schedule's not updating, but maybe Shadow Frost knows?
That just means they'll have to get their donations in as soon as possible, just in case. The deadline is just around the corner. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it should be at the end of the run before it, which is the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic run. If it's met at the end of that run, that's when that donation incentive is closed off. So what Pikastrov is saying, about 12 hours. But I mean, reaching it sooner is always better. Just saying.
Yeah, you could do that in half the time. You could do that in half the time. You guys got this.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Alright. Back to the video game. I've been shocked, like, they've been going to the same rooms a lot of the time. Most of the time, they're just in completely opposite rooms of the house, but they've sort of been tracking each other. Never did... Oh, we got a little freeze here.
Kobe. Okay.
Kobe. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Although they've been going in the same rooms, they haven't really, like, sniped each other of what they've been going for. It was only at, like, one point where I'm assuming Kobe was intending to get the spoon, but Jaxler got it before him. And I guess right now when... Oh no, he's doing this clip.
Yeah.
It's the worst
We
thing
also
in the
saw
game.
Kobazco. He also did, as I had said earlier, because the door is closed. He clipped through the door and fell right down to the basement. It's a lot faster than having the plug drop down to the bottom floor and then walk to the basement. It's right there. So that clip that he just did, save yourself from having to do something that's also pretty bad. Something that's kind of like very clutch. So instead of doing what he did there, he could have also got to the very edge of one of the steps in the basement and hovered over, and hopefully he would have landed on a very small part of that board that was next to the birdcage. So that way he can get there and then get the birdcage going and then get up to the higher part of the basement. But since clipping is a lot easier than that, he just goes ahead and does that anyways. So
Yeah, it's a very
Picking them.
useful shortcut, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Might be a little hard, but
oh my god, Jack's already got 5 candy bags.
man, Jax was flying through this bingo.
My orthodontist is not even open.
Oof.
But okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but in a trade-off, kobazco gets 5 empty cans, and I think because of those cans, they're also like categorized as different trash items. Apparently 3 different trash items. Wait, do we have unique trash on the board?
We have 10 unique trash, yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
I was
It's the
literally
middle
right
one.
in the middle. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
I like get
Yeah.
a double check. I'm like, wait. where's-
Yeah, you really do be like that sometimes, though. Alright, so Kobazco, he just upgraded himself just a little bit. He got a little more happy points by clearing out more of the stains around the house and picking up trash. And Mrs. Sanderson is giving you a nice bonus of 11 happy points and 43 moolah. That can vary depending on how much you do of that.
He's fairly close to the 400 happy point mark, though. Mark.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use a different term every time.
Yeah, there you go.
What's going on? Okay, Jaxler
Alright,
delivering
so
these old boxers.
you can use that for... They both are using that for the pajamas because that's the fastest thing because it's right on the ground. There are a couple
Yeah.
other things they could have got. They could have got an old handkerchief and
I
Some-
always forget. I always forget the other one.
was it a scarf or something like that?
Was it a scarf?
I almost want to say it was like an old scarf.
The
Like
thing
an old
is,
handkerchief
it's
and an
like,
old scarf or something.
the old boxers are like right there, and the other ones are so out of the way. So we've just always gone for that.
Yeah. And anything.
I guess
Speedrun
maybe in
wise.
bingo, if you were to like go up, you could. I don't know. Maybe it'd be like
Yeah.
possible to be fast in these other ones. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Interesting thought.
So as I'm looking at the board right now, all Jaxler literally has to do, already to clear one line, he could free Funky Phil and get 6 frog rings. I'm not sure how many he has at the moment, but free Funky Phil. So Funky Phil is one of the toys throughout the house. That's in the bedroom actually. And that happens under certain circumstances. I believe whenever Mrs. Sanderson, like, if you already done the divorce, whenever Mrs. Sanderson is sleeping, you can free Funky Phil.
I don't think it needs to be during or after the divorce. You just need to have like the frog suit, and I think you just need the frog suit.
Oh,
The frog suit has to be at night, of course, but because you need to like talk to the frog in the bedroom, and and then it's a whole chain of events.
I see. I wasn't quite sure about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Base
sort of-
commentator forgetting the game, dude. What's a robot?
Oh, look at those cans. 250 moolah. He's making bank. Why your
Yeah.
cycle?
So there's a lot of some of the trash when you throw it away. Some of the trash is actually a lot more valuable than others. So especially when you throw them away in bulk, that definitely helps boost up your moolah count a bit.
Oh, okay. So he One thing he did, Kobazco managed to reach 400 happy points with throwing all that away, but I think he was also just short of affording the radar, which is the bingo tile now. I think is it like 1530? Moolah?
The radar, it's maybe somewhere 1500 something.
It might be 1530, but he has like 1513, I believe. Oh yeah, 1513.
Definitely not far off.
Well, look at that, Kobazco pulling it back, only behind one square. I use square again. This is impossible. This is like last time. You weren't here last time, but
yeah.
Last time we couldn't there was like a ban, or it was like a game where the runners or commentators couldn't say like words related to the game, like you couldn't say robot or robo and stuff like that.
Huh. Okay.
Pretty fun.
Man, I missed that. Feels bad, man.
Are they both? They might be both resuscitating this frog right now.
Yeah.
Jaxler's going out of his way for the frog ring, though. I think this will be like his 4th frog ring. He got the one in the waterfall. Oh, that was his 6th one. I was off.
Ooh.
He needed 6.
Nice, nice. So jaxler1 only has one more to go. Now, Kobe, he can do like 3 more. Stand back. What is going on in the chat?
Oh my goodness.
What's up?
Spamming
Everyone,
the
welcome.
chat with this excitement. Thank you so much.
Welcome to
tuning in.
Chibi Robo. One of the most underrated GameCube games, IMO. But, what's up?
From the people who brought, I don't know if BingothOn started at ESA Marathon. BingothOn, at least last time, maybe last 2 times, the BingothOn was hosted at ESA Marathon. But well, I guess with this boom in excitement, do you want to go over the incentives and such, like BingothOn people?
I'm so happy that you gave up and gave me the opportunity to open up here. So yeah, first thank you ESA Marathon for giving that amazing rate. Thank you so much. So yeah, right now everyone, you're watching BingothOn Summer 2020. We're currently on the couple final hours, at least 10 more hours to go, of showing off all these amazing bingos, which is basically bingo card. You get a bingo card, you complete goals on it, and we're doing great so far. We're raising money for Fred Hutch, which helps with the research of the coronavirus, how it develops itself, and how they can figure out how to develop a vaccine as quickly as we can, because that's what we need in these times. We also got a bunch of donation incentives still open. The biggest one definitely being the Metroid incentive. If we'll be able to reach the Metroid incentive before the closing ceremony starts, which is in about 10 hours, Balmy will do a Metroid bingo of Super Metroid. Currently, we're $25 out of 200 for that one. So if you want to make sure that this amazing marathon shows off even more bingos, then yeah, that's an incentive that you can still go for. Still also a bunch of other ones, but for now I'll just let you talk about Chibi Robo again, because I shouldn't be talking forever here.
All right, no, you're good. You're good. Got a plug. That's all
You're
good.
the hosts or something.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the technicalities, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what they're doing. It's going for a great cause, so support that if you can. Where are they at now? So, for those who don't know Chibi Robo, we've gotten pretty into the meat, into the something of this game.
The meat, the nitty gritty, if you will.
The gritty nitty.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Kobazco. He's gonna press B and he's gonna freeze. Look at that animation. That wasn't intentional. His battery's frozen. Right now they're both frogs. They both interacted with frogs. They need frog rings. They need a few frog rings. I think Jaxler is ahead in frog rings. by I don't know how many. But he is ahead. Definitely. I think.
He's also making his way to the 4,000 moolah, so... Right, so moolah, that's the game's currency, and that's also, there's 2 bingo squares made up for that. 4,000 and 6,000 moolah. Kobe is currently at 3,313. Meanwhile, Jax is at 1,500 exactly.
I'm afraid for Kobe's battery. It is
it's very low. He's going to be using the slide movement in order to preserve his battery life, because whenever you walk and do certain actions, your battery goes down because you're a robot and you need electricity to survive. So, not doing many animations, just sliding will help a lot more.
Yeah, sliding is like the equivalent of standing still in terms of battery consumption, because it's just an extended like turnaround animation. So like turning around takes up less battery than walking each step. So that is how it works. Where are they at right now? 6-4.
Jaxler just died.
Jaxler just died.
He was trying to get scrapped from these spy doors. I know a lot of you are probably asking questions if you've never seen Chibi Robo before. Don't worry, this game's kind of out there, but it's a good one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Your first questions are, what is this game, and how can I play it, and why is it so expensive, and can I play it some other way? Find out for yourself. But you should play it.
Yeah, if you can, of course.
This, at least where the game is right now, not much is being spoiled, anyways, story-wise. This is a very story-driven game.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's a lot of sorry for the voice crack, but there's a lot of story, a lot of cutscenes as well, and it's definitely different. There's not a lot of action going on, but at the same time, it's action in its own way. Like, there are times where it can get, in the story, things can get a little bit heated, so you have to, because you're the robot, you're cleaning the Sanderson family house, you gotta do your best to try to prevent anything bad from happening.
You gotta spread happiness.
Spread happiness.
But not anymore, we're done with that. We've reached that bingo square.
No more spreading happiness.
It's all downhill from
happiness is cancelled. Yeah. No.
I just realized, okay, Kobazco's off by like 87 moolah for 4,000 moolah. That's literally pocket change. It can be found inside of a drawer randomly. So unfortunate. I wonder if he'll buy the radar right now, or if he'll wait till he gets like a coin.
Yeah.
No, he's out here. He's trying to get this 4,000. I wonder if he'll buy it or wait till 6,000. I think he'll wait. What do you think? Do you think he'll wait? Do you think he'll go for 6,000, or do you think he'll spend?
I don't know.
My read is, if Kobazco gets 4,000 moolah and Jaxler notices that, Jaxler is going to end up buying the other stuff, because he's going to predict Kobazco going for 6,000 instead of like spending what he's got.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things he could do. He can also, using his newfound fortune, of course, try to buy the well, actually, he can try to buy the radar, the space scrambler, but that wouldn't necessarily count towards getting a row, because there's also certain rows, like the one with the space scrambler. There's also all doors in the basement and all doors in the backyard. If he was working on that at first, then yeah, that would probably help. But I don't think he was getting some doors in the backyard, but not all of them, I don't think, because that involves having to get the charge chip, which he just bought.
Ooh,
Speak of the devil.
He spent all of his money. I am conflicted, because he could have bought 2 squares, but instead he bought 2 other he could have bought 3 squares. Instead he bought 1 and used the rest of his money to work towards other squares. Which squares
so
did he
he
work
just
towards?
He just covered
All
more
the
ground for
words.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the 4,000 moolah. So,
Let's see
Oh,
if
actually-
this business venture pays off.
actually, I think he
Bingo.
might be trying to. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say try to go for the frog ring things and get a bottom left to top right diagonal bingo, but Jack's already got the waterfall frog ring, so
That's not this kind of bingo.
yeah, it's lockout, so we can't. More than one player cannot use the
Oh, yeah, I
same
guess
square.
we should mention that for those unfamiliar with bingo. They're not trying to get 5 in a row in a line or anything like that. They're just trying to get the majority of the board filled out. So it's the first to 13 out of the 20, 25? 25. That's math.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so what did divorce mean? Divorce mean in a part of the game there's talk of divorce, and they did that.
So yeah,
Yes,
there's
don't
a.
worry.
So on the surface, this game looks pretty happy. You know, pretty family friendly. It is, but there's also some tough subjects a little bit that they cover here and there. One of them being a divorce between the main character's parents, or not. Well, the main parents. There's only 2 parents. What am I saying?
Parents
The only parents in the game.
world.
They're going through it in the world of Chibi
in
Robo.
this world.
They're going through a divorce, so we already went through that. There is a way you can get them back together, but given the nature of the bingo, I don't think they'll be doing that because that involves a lot more story. That involves a lot more time, which we probably don't have. So
So yeah, like we said, happiness has ended. Happiness has left the building. They have got their 400 happy points, and Kobazco got these pajamas. So never mind, happiness back in the building. Look at these cute pajamas, and look at Jaxler getting the pajamas right after. Pajamas
wow,
are something on the bingo board. Wow, he was just that. He was just like,
man,
he
they're
was so close.
yeah,
He was so close. Look at them. Look at them. They're both getting
bro,
more.
they're both on mom's hand talking,
more.
and
They're both
meanwhile
on one hand.
the
I've
sewing
never been
machine's
on
just
mom's
spinning. Do you notice the sewing machine just spinning by itself? Why is that happening? Don't know. But yeah, so they just got the pajamas, so doing that, it will help them transition. So in the game, there's a day and night cycle, and using the pajamas, you can switch from day to night cycle, and also night to day. So you can do that instantly instead of having to wait for the time to run out, because it gives you a certain amount of time. There are more extensions to that time you can buy in the game, but they didn't do that given the fact that it would be a lot slower during the day. They'd have to go back and buy timer 5 instead of because there's timer 5, 10, and 15. So if they buy 15, for instance, so they could do more things during the day cycle, then they'd have to wait the rest of the timer out if they have to do something that's only done at night. So yeah, and there's also a glitch that you can do that just freezes the timer altogether, as well as Chibi Robo's battery. But Jax already did that once, and I don't know if they're gonna do it ever again. But yeah, it's just faster just to have timer 5 and do it as much. You can do it a lot with timer 5.
Do you know if Kobazco has honey/nectar?
I didn't see. No, I didn't see him get the
I don't think he has
nectar.
either. Ooh, so a moment in history of this bingo today. Oh, he did get nectar. That is very interesting. I was about to say this is the first time Kobazco has had a lead in this bingo. And it seems to be furthering that lead because now he'll be squirting nectar on Sunshine, the bear.
Right. Oh, and we've also got a cutscene coming up, dude. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear the audio. There's not a whole lot that won't. Yeah, it won't really matter much, but you'll see. There's this bear. So with the main family, they have a daughter named Jenny, and she's 8. She wears a hat, a frog hat, or a frog mask rather. For reasons unknown, and she likes to think she's a frog. But there's also toys throughout the house, and when the humans aren't away, or when the humans are away rather, they'll move about freely as if it's Toy Story. So, Sunshine, the bear, the teddy bear, he's just eating his honey, you know, kind of just big chilling, right, for the most part. And he's just like, yeah, dude. But you'll notice something's a little bit off, just a little bit. But yeah, there's like I said, there are some subjects that this game covers. It's nothing too like out of the realm of family friendly, but it's definitely, if you didn't know, if you were a kid, you just think, okay, something weird's going on. Is the bear an addict? More or less.
Yeah, I didn't make the correlation. I was just like,
yeah, pretty much an addict.
I was like, oh, it's just this guy.
We've had a couple of donations, if I can just read them out.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So we've had $10 from Jack of Hearts saying Moolah. Is this a HD remake of Abe's Odyssey? And we've had $10 from Unoplox saying, don't stand back to get some more bingo runs. Spread the bingo love.
Spread the bingo love, spread the happiness. Yeah, dude. Alright, so we're feeding... Kobazco is fueling Sunshine's addict a little bit more, but... Now Sunshine's all better again. Woo! And that also takes off a square. I'm gonna call it a square, because that's what I'm used to.
Jaxler is not phased by Kobazco's advancement of the bingo board, as he is steadily behind him, matching him 1-to-1 with that. I don't know what he did, but he has 8 now. What did he do? What did that guy do? He's purple. He got all the doors in the basement. Oh, that makes sense. The basement has like the least amount of doors in any room in the house.
No.
I think. Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might.
Probably. Definitely. Probably.
For sure.
What does he do? What does he do?
Could have been.
Is there all doors backyard? The second all doors, the second out of 3 all doors checks, and I think, if anything, the backyard would have the second least amount of doors. I don't know if they can get them all now. I don't think so. Is this all he needs? Maybe.
Oh no, us commentators haven't been really...
9-9 in just a few moments.
Commentators haven't been paying attention to the race.
This is insane.
Might be in for a little bit of a trouble, but...
Anyone who says they understand what's going on in bingo is a liar.
Yeah.
At least in this game. There's way too much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot.
People?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, so... Yeah, there's a lot we're moving through in this game that would... During a casual playthrough, might take you a little more time, especially because they're utilizing some glitches, like clipping through walls, and also, you know, using some other methods like sliding, which preserves battery, as I had mentioned earlier. So... It's funny because at one point this game was, like, more or less pretty glitchless. Like, there were some small ones, but all of a sudden, at some point, some glitches were found. And there were ones that kind of broke the game, not completely, but there was ones that are pretty big, like clipping through walls. And that helps a lot in bingo. You see them regularly clipping through something like, for instance, in the backyard, they're clipping through a spider web at the top of the tree.
I just like to say they're both going for all doors in the backyard right now, and I think Kobazco is getting the last one now. I want to say they were like really close to. This might be his last one. Let's see if he checks it off. I don't know if he got the one at the very top of the tree. Okay, he did. Oh wait, no, Jaxler did. I'm crazy. He did tie it up. What a...
Forgot how to make an arm. I put a period instead of a slash. Okay, Jaxler doing
cheating.
A thing with the shelf. He's cheating.
Okay, now he's not.
All right, so
he got bopped.
Yeah.
If you move that drawer to the side, it gets stuck. So his fun has ended. You got the top doors. Yeah, I know Kobazco got the top doors earlier, but I didn't see Jaxler get the invisible door, I guess. That's what made me realize, like, oh wait, they both did this.
Yeah.
What are they doing now? Tied 9-9. This is really close.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question?
What's up?
Yeah, so I would want to mention that there's still a donation incentive open for this game to do a glitch exhibition, currently $30 out of 45. And I was wondering, what kind of glitches would you be able to see, would be shown off during that we won't be seeing during this bingo?
A lot of the glitches are like just really optional. It's like what's the word for it?
Like some other glitches that don't necessarily get used in runs.
Yeah, they're not useful in runs. They're just like little fun things on the side, stuff you wouldn't see. They're more like the Easter egg side of glitches, if I were to say, compared to anything.
I think there's a soft lock, I want to say.
There's some soft locks. There's like some just like funny animations, things you wouldn't expect
as if
to be possible in this game.
Yeah, as if you weren't already expecting some things from this game. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Why does he move like that? Why is the map like this? Where am I? Is this real?
Hello? Yeah, so there's some other things, definitely. I think it can also utilize going out of bounds, I want to say.
Yeah, there's some
for
stuff
some
out
of these
bounds.
Exhibitions, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more. It's a lot more now than there was in, 2015, for instance. Because there wasn't much. If you tried to look up Chibi Robo glitches on YouTube, there'd be, one thing you could do. You could do one, kind of like a plug drop, but with a radar instead of a plug. There wasn't much, but...
Yeah, before, if you would, Google glitches for Chibi Robo, you'd get, literally the one video. It's, something so minor.
Maybe two, but there's been a lot more of a breakthrough, so...
Maybe two. Dang, I can't think of this word. I know it's used a lot. It's, not visual. Starts with, a C. It's decoration. I'm going crazy.
I'm trying. I'm trying to think, and I can't. You said decoration. I'm thinking of ornaments. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Cosmetic. Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Shout
out to Chad for being
cosmetic glitches.
Yo, shout out to Chad for being OP. Coming in with
words. You're crazy.
The English language knowledge. Reading from the Webster's dictionary. Merriam-Webster.
We got the
Thank you so
Merriam-Webster in chat.
Shout out to Chad. Yeah. So, I guess kobazco, he's working on Aldor's living room, so he's just going around the higher parts of the living room that you normally wouldn't see unless if you did
100%.
Yeah, 100%, or you did you bought some of these other Utilibots. Casual playthrough, more than likely you might not see it unless if you really want to collect everything. But
yeah, to say where each person is right now regarding every square, I'd say Kobazco might have the lead. So with Deliver the Red Shoe, Kobazco has the red shoe. I don't think Jaxler does. Jaxler has more frog rings. Either of them can buy the Space Scrambler or Hot Rod.
I want to say he did get the shoe, but yeah.
He did. Kobazco is further in the all doors living room. I think he might get it with this last door. This might be the last door he needs. I'm not sure about that one though.
Yeah.
And they're sort of tied in free funky fill. So I'd say Kobazco has an advantage to my knowledge. I could be missing out on something Jaxler's done. But right now, they're both rushing the same objective. It's surprising how often they rush similar objectives. Normally, everyone goes after different objectives. They haven't even been sniping each other much either. They've just been doing the same things and other things on the side.
Yeah, there's a lot, like I said, with this game, because you're a small robot in a typical suburban home, you think there's not much going on, but there's a lot that you could do, especially given the squares. there are quite a few different objectives you could try to go for, some being longer than others. So, you know, if one person were going to do a long one and the other person was just going to snipe some easy, fast ones, the first person could, like, once he gets that square done, you know, he already has that, so he can do other things as well. And he could possibly even be in the lead from that. So, yes, let's see, oh no, neither of them's got all doors living room yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I keep thinking like every time Kobazco gets a door, I'm like, this is the last door he needs, because usually in like any percent you'd already have these doors by now. But I know for a fact that Jaxler just bought the bridge, so the 2 doors Kobazco has just gotten, Jaxler like still needs to get. And so I want to say this is Kobazco's last door, but I said that last time, so let's see. Other than that, getting these doors are like the main income of Moolah, and with that Moolah, there are 2 tiles, 2 goals, 2 bingo goals, buy a Space Scrambler and buy Hot Rod. I'm pretty sure Jaxler can buy one of these right now, but he like wants to get the doors first before Kobazco. I guess that's why he's rushing so much. Or why he ignored that. Oh, and also the 6,000 moolah is on board still. Look at these. Doors, synced doors.
Man.
Get 300.
Dude,
Kobazco gets
even
400.
with delays and all that, dude. Still.
Kobazco still doesn't have every door. I am in shambles.
I am shaking, I am crying. Someone call my mother, please. I need an adult.
I see he has 2 doors unopened. You can tell if a door has been opened or like looted or not if the eyes are open or closed. And I noticed 2 doors on Kobazco's screen that had closed eyes. I know for a fact Jaxler needs 3, at least 2. Probably 3. They just like did all the doors in different orders.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do these things. There's not one set
open
route. Yeah. Because it's a big open world for being inside of a single home with a backyard. Like, there's a lot you can do because you're so small. So
you just do it in like many different orders, and like depending on your state in the game and stuff like that. Oh, is this the last frog ring Jaxler needs as well? That'd be crazy. He would have routed this out crazy. I guess not, because he didn't check it. I don't know what his frog ring count is at. He definitely has near 9. There's only 10 in the game. I already said that. But yeah, this is close.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're definitely getting a lot. If they don't already have it, they're probably close to done, or at least Kobazco's probably close to done with all doors living room, I'd say.
How do they always end up
with the plug,
how
dude?
do they always end up
What is
opening
this? And the opposite, like money orders, dude. What? Okay, very cool. Thank you.
See that one on the wall? See that one on the wall? Kobazco's screen, menacingly. Look at him pulling this ladder diagonally, literally
quote unquote
legal.
Pulling.
Oh yeah, that was not pulling.
No, it's all good because even so,
technically,
yeah. So
pulling backwards, literally. That's what he was doing.
You can pull backwards. It's odd because in this game, when you're pushing or pulling something, usually it's only just one straight direction, depending on where you're pushing and pulling it from. Like if you got one of these Utilabots, you can move it either way, any of the 4 typical directions. But what?
How has he not gotten this door yet? Look at it. Look at Kobazco.
What?
He
How
looks
did he?
all the way across the room, and this Chibi door's staring him dead in the eyes. I'm really surprised. He's probably really surprised that he hasn't gotten this door, because this is like the #1 door you get in the living room.
It's right there. It's easy moolah.
So they definitely know each other is doing. They know that each other is doing the living room doors right now. Okay, Kobazco finally got it.
Wow. Okay. Also,
Every single
voice crack
door
again.
for the past like 5 doors, I'm like, this is the last one.
This is the last door, dude. They just keep coming, dude. The game keeps being patched. It's
Torment in
live.
my mind and Jaxler's. I swear, even though I've just been saying this the entire time, I feel like Jaxler only had one left as well. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. We'll have to ask him about this door stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
It's absurd. And
Okay.
with this money,
Buying the hot rod. Buying himself a nice car. Jaxler clipping through the wall. Gonna get an out of bounds
How many
100
last doors are
moolah
there?
because it's
11.
right there.
Where's the counter? $11 checks. Kobazco be sleeping.
Be sleep right quick. Yeah, so what?
Well, Jaxler has 5,340 moolah. Kobazco cannot afford the Space Scrambler. So, with a short amount of time, Jaxler will get 6,000 moolah and buy the Space Scrambler. Do you remember how much the Space Scrambler is?
Space Scrambler?
Isn't it like the most expensive thing?
Was it like
I didn't even know if it was like 2,000 or 3,000. I don't know.
2,500 or 3,000 or something like that?
Either way, that's far from Kobazco's pocket savings.
So he's
a big
definitely been
spender.
investing all his money into the latest spaceship so he can fly around the living room. But we're not going to play that game because that game can be a little bit troublesome.
Oh, they haven't freed Funky Phil. How have I ignored this? So, Jaxler is both. He's simultaneously freeing Funky Phil sooner than Kobazco, while picking up money on the side, nearing his goal of 6,000 moolah. And this is going to be a heartbreak for Kobazco because he's like 10 steps behind. not literally in this case. He is just like chasing Jaxler's back at freeing Funky Phil, at least to my knowledge. Maybe Jaxler hasn't watched the first frog cutscene. I think he has though. I want to. Yeah, he definitely has because they did the horse.
Yeah.
But so they're Jaxler, what are you doing? Jaxler, what are you doing?
Jaxler. He's getting more money.
Jaxler is picking up money instead of talking to that dead frog. That dead frog would get him the free Funky Phil. Oh no!
I wonder if he's just going to get money
God.
first and then
This is
going
a
to pick up the
heartbreaker.
frog or something. Maybe?
Jaxler.
Mayhaps. I don't know what his game plan is. Yeah, he's doing something interesting. See, Kobazco is
just
going
wanted
right
to pick
away
up
at the
money.
frog.
So, if Jaxler talked to that frog first before getting that money, he would have had 12 squares. He would have had a guaranteed 3 squares, and it would have been 11 to 12. But Kobazco ended up talking to him first, and now it's going to be 12 to 9. But Jaxler can quickly get the other 2 to bring it back to 9. It will be 12 to 11, I think. Yeah, is that math? Oh, and then I don't like this at all. I think
Or if he was
Kobazco's
just
got this.
He might have just been betting on like getting everything right
So-
away, just getting all the money because he's almost got 6,000. So as soon as he gets 6,000, boom, that's a square. Goes right to the Chibi house, buys the Space Scrambler. That's another square. So yeah, I think he was just betting on doing that and then walking back. So that way he can clear the 6,000 moolah square first.
So after this brief intermission of cutscenes, this will be like 5 minutes of cutscenes, I think. But after that, we'll be left with the 2 top row squares left, and Kobazco is closer he's pretty close to finishing the Deliver the Red Shoe square, and Jaxler's also close to finishing the 9 Frog Ring square. But I feel like Kobazco's in the lead right now. Well, literally 11-9, but I think he's set to take this.
He could be, yeah. Definitely got that advantage right now.
Oh, look at that one moolah. One moolah closer to 6,000.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a direct sequel. There are a lot of sequels to this game, but there's only one like actual like sequel to the story, and just like game. What's the word for it? The game genre. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the game series.
All the other sequels are spin-offs, except for a Japan exclusive one.
Yeah, it sucks
Does have a fan translation. No free will. There is a fan translation that's fully patched, fully translated. You should check that out. It's a good game.
Park Patrol. Yeah, so for everyone else, so this game came out in 2005 in Japan and 2006 like everywhere else. So it's very late into the GameCube life cycle. So it sucked because it's definitely very story driven. There's a lot of cutscenes, but it's a pretty underrated game, I'd say. But given that it was released so late into the life cycle, it didn't really have its time to shine. It did in Japan though. It did well. So that's how they got a direct sequel that follows this same sort of storyline involving one of the main characters, Jenny. But later on in life, over here, everywhere else, like I think in the US, we got Park Patrol. That was a Walmart exclusive, and I don't think Europe even got
Nope.
Park Patrol. No, yeah, and then there was a lot more spin-offs and other things, so it definitely didn't follow the same style as this game. So, wow, they're very close together, but Kobe just pulling in with the free funky fill right away. Jaxler, he's pretty upset. He's just going down.
Minute.
He's salt.
Wait. So Jaxler noticed that Kobazco, if Jaxler would have climbed like a little bit more, he would have had to have that same cutscene Kobazco just went through right now. Albeit it being a short one. It was a good move to like immediately stop doing what he was doing, because now they're neck and neck. Look at this. Oh,
yeah,
no, he
could have just wasted more time there, but he was very close and didn't even do it, dude.
Yeah,
the lad
Jaxler
with the big
killed it.
brain. Man. Didn't even free funky. He gave him partial freedom. That might be enough for the day.
Erica, don't hate. That was a master play.
Oh, I imagine like
He might be a renowned artist of the Chibi Robo Discord, but I will not take this slander of Jaxler's strategy. Because look how close this is. Come on. Funky Phil died for this. Literally. But, so,
yeah.
Kobazco, he is well suited to deliver the red shoe. He has the shoe, he just needs to deliver it. So I don't know how long it'll take Jaxler to both buy the Space Scrambler, which he is doing like right now. Oh no, Jaxler also has the shoe.
He's definitely gonna snipe with the Space Scrambler. He's already got. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So he got the Space Scrambler. They both have the shoe. Kobazco is in the room you deliver the shoe. Jaxler might be considering to get the shoe. I'm not sure how many frog rings he has. But literally, like, he has to either deliver the red shoe or get 9 frog rings. I know he has a lot of frog rings. He might have 8. He at least has 7. Oh, okay, no. Jaxler, he's going for the frog ring. Jaxler needs go in the kitchen, go in the sink, go down the drain, and get the frog ring. I'm assuming that's his last frog ring. As you see right now, Kobazco, look at that red shoe landed on that stump. He has that shoe. He just needs to deliver it to the princess on top of the castle. Right now, Jaxler's... I forgot about this Mort cutscene, like how long it took. I forgot he needed to do this.
Yeah.
But if this is Jaxler's last frog ring, then I'd say he has this. Oh wait, I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been a win for.
No, yeah, because he's also got to deliver the red shoe, so it looks like Kobazco. Yeah, because of how much Kobazco's doing right now, cutscene wise, it looks like he could take this unless something crazy happens.
No, yeah, because Kobazco would have to like accidentally die or something. Because Jaxler has to get this frog ring. He got the frog ring, and now he has to chase Kobazco and deliver the red shoe before he does. But he's much more primed to do that. Look at that. He even has stairs.
Yeah.
You get stairs for free.
So wow. Yeah, this looks pretty unfortunate for Jaxler. So
I thought this was more exciting. Now I'm disappointed. Look at that cutscene.
Oh.
Jenny's getting alienated just long enough for Jaxler to catch up.
Yeah, there were a lot of definitely weird moments. When I was playing through this game casually, there were some things that creeped me out a little bit for no reason, but like it's just the nature of the game. It's out there. It just does things you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I still feel silly because I feel it. For some reason, I thought if Jaxler got 9 frog rings before Kobazco delivered the red shoe, I thought he'd win or something. But
yeah.
No, that was just to tie it up. Kobazco. Jaxler, if you're wondering why he's not going through the door, or going into the foyer, it's because he's just doing this glitch again to freeze his battery so he wouldn't have to recharge later. So it's like it would save time eventually, even if it looks like he's going out of his way.
Yeah. But saving on battery because it's frozen, and also the timer because it's frozen as well.
This is a great race, though. It's really unfortunate that it sort of came down to. There's obviously more things leading up to this, but Jaxler for like a second just not avoiding the frog and freeing Funky Phil, and then Kobazco slipping in like the frog he is dressed up as to steal it with his green square. Very frog-like. Gotta give it to him. Look at these tunes. This marching band trying its hardest.
No. It's almost there. It's almost got the full band going. Just needs to get a little more there. He's not gonna be... I don't think he's gonna be doing the entire band, though. Because, yeah. No, he definitely didn't do the entire band because he clipped through that door. He's gonna be... Kobazco shooting the switch. Trying to, at least. Hopefully he actually hits it. He hits it. Alright, good.
If Kobazco missed and had to do another cycle and constantly missed, that'd have been funny, I guess. But
yeah, so he's just gonna have to wait for these soldiers to move around.
Jaxler cannot snipe this. He's just sort of behind.
Yeah.
Unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong for Kobazco, which I don't
know what Jaxler's doing. He's climbing. This man's climbing. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Yeah, he's skipping the stairs and skipping talking to Mort.
Yeah. Well, if we just warp to Princess Pits right now, this looks like it's pretty over.
Alright.
Right.
Very close.
That actually super close. It's funny because Jaxler's pulling off a super risky strat because you have to just barely land on this very small little heart. Not a nail, but it's a peg, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Jaxler, he just realized. Board's wiped. GG.
Full
Kobazco
board.
with the 1-point lead.
Really good match. Very close.
Yeah.
As close as it could be, literally.
And it's funny too because, as we had said earlier, Jaxler had got a few squares. He was at 4 or 5 squares, and Kobazco hadn't had any. and he managed to take the game.
Mhm.
So that's just with this
Yeah,
the
it
nature
was
of
a
this game.
It was a 5-0 lead for Jaxler at the start.
Yeah,
That's just
definitely with
shows
the
he
nature of
goes
this
very back and
game.
forth.
Anything could happen. Someone could just shoot through the ranks if they get good RNG, or if they decide to do some other route, possibly a lot more optimally than the other player.
Yeah, the routing for this game is there's so many opportunities.
Yeah, that was an awesome GG right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game, robot.
Good game, robot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would have said something a little sooner, but I was just intensely watching this until finally it just was not happening. I was like, oh darn.
Yeah.
It's on the edge of my seat. I wasn't even thinking straight. I was like, if he does this, he'll win. I was like, oh no, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Kobe, you know how much you sniped me by, right?
Kind of. You sniped me out of the backyard.
Yeah, that is true.
I was entering the door.
You
when
had
went back there.
pajamas and all suits on me by a couple of seconds, and then I was on the rope when you were getting Funky Phil.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
This was
It was
really
really
close.
It was really
I'm
close.
not even too mad because, like,
No, this
you
is
know,
a good
like,
board.
yeah, I just got sniped in a couple of key objectives. It happens. That's the nature of Lockout.
Crazy.
Hope you all enjoyed that. Almost broke the streak of continuing to lose at Bingothons,
Hey.
but we're gonna have to.
Next time.
We'll see. Maybe one day. But-
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we hope you all enjoyed that.
That's fun.
If you thought this was really cool and you want to try it yourself, we have a Discord for anything related to speedrunning and bingo, or just
For Chibi
people who
Robo.
are casually interested in the game. Check out our speedrun.com page if you're interested in that. I think everyone's Twitch name is their username on Discord on stream for like Twitch and stuff. So make sure you go give everyone a follow. And if you have any questions about Chibi Robo speedrunning, just feel free to DM one of us. Very cozy.
Indeed.
Alright.
Is there any particular console, or is this only still on?
It's
Here.
in English. It's
It's a-
only GameCube only.
Yeah.
It's only GameCube
so
only. It's only on GameCube.
Yeah.
English.
it's yeah. Wink.
It's technically on the
but-
Wii, but Japanese only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mainly just on GameCube. The US version is a lot harder to come by. There's a lot of copies that are really expensive because of
Yeah.
how underrated or how undersold it was.
Yeah, that's the nature of GameCube games. They're either like $10 or $500. I was
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
the other day.
Japanese is actually the
Look, come on, I wanna
cheapest.
play, like,
Unfortunately,
Korean squash
so-
for $125.
yeah, if you buy a Japanese, it's actually the cheapest. So if you
Yeah.
know Japanese, then good. But yeah,
But yeah. Once again, thank you to the Bingothon staff for having us. Because they have had us for I think the past 3 or 4 events in a row now.
I think it was
And
the
that's
third
a
one.
really yeah. It's the third. And that's just a really big deal to us because we don't get too many opportunities to show this game off to people. So we really appreciate how supportive them and their surrounding community have been to us. So thank you from everyone here.
We always want to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you guys in our next event.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Thank
let's
you.
go bingo. Let's go bingo. Let's go bingo.
Let's go bingo.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to transition over to our intermission screen here while we wait for our next runners to be set up. And thank you guys again very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Goodbye,
Later.
Bye.
Later.
Gator.
Bader. All right, well, I'd say that was quite the hyped one indeed. One of my favorite runs out of every Bingothon is Chibi Robot. It's just entertaining. It's not one you see very often for sure. We do have a lot more fun stuff coming on up. And by that, I mean we have a glitch exhibition. We got more cool games like the Hyrule Cadence Triple Bingo coming up. We got my potential Super Metroid run. That's right. Super Metroid was indeed added as a final incentive, which will be played at the very end of our event. If you'd like to actually see that happen, be sure to donate towards that. I'd be happy to show off my skills and knowledge of Super Metroid. And once we do meet the incentive, we will open up the bid war for killing or saving the animals. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. With that, we also have some other cool stuff like our Bingothon mugs, which is a minimum of $10 donations, or you can buy it straight from our merch store. And another prize that we have going is the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition download code with a minimum donation of $20. So be sure to go ahead and submit for those prizes. We got some more awesome runs coming on up. And let's see. What else can I share? Oh yes, and the most important one here is why are we doing any of this? Well, that's a great question, I say. It's a great question because we are doing this for Fred Hutch. We are raising money for them and their awesome researchers to help find a cure for the coronavirus, a vaccine. And the way they do this is they're using a crowdsourced means through nextstrain.org. So scientists around the world can submit anything they need to help find any leads on development. Backed by the University of Basel in Switzerland, and they're tracking how the virus is changing as it moves from person to person, country to country. And since it's an open source platform, literally anyone who needs to access the information as a researcher can do so. It's a fantastic charity to be able to help fight whatever funness this is going to be. So go ahead and get your donations in to support these awesome guys like Guppy. We have an interview with him from our earlier ones, which will be available on video here soon. And I think that's about it. So we're going to go ahead and sit tight here for a second. We're going to see if our next runners are ready to go. And if they are...
About that. Yeah, there has been some confusion about the Chibi Robo glitch exhibition. So we're just going to get our runners back in, and then they're going to show us that awesome glitch exhibition. I'm sorry. There was some confusion. But we'll get them right back in.
Ah, thank you. Well, you heard it here, folks. More Chibi Robot coming back in.
Whoa, exciting.
Welcome back. Sorry, there was some confusion.
Yo, what's up?
There was some confusion.
It's we're just gonna ignore that happened.
Yeah.
All right, are we good to start?
Are we good to start?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go, Bingo! Let's go, Bingo!
If you guys remember,
This isn't Bingo.
yeah,
Well-
at the start of our bingo run, we watched Teriyaki Blues so we could familiarize ourselves with the board that we had to play, and also this is a good cutscene. You know, it's funny, telly, but we actually have a way to skip it that we have never used in a run because it's probably more trouble than it's worth. And it only works on the GameCube version, which means on the fastest version, the Wii version, it doesn't actually work. But it's pretty simple. All you do is slide out of the Chibi house and grab the plug at the very last possible moment. And you see Chibi will like kind of turn himself around. And when you exit the Chibi house, you'll be standing on the very top step. I just walked off for some reason. But usually there's a giant cutscene trigger that is preventing... you from moving around. You have to watch this cutscene the moment you buy the first Utilibot. So let me just go into first person mode. So if we walk like anywhere here, we'll be forced to watch a cutscene. But if you do that and get out the Chibi copter and hover this way and keep hugging the left. Now the cutscene trigger is still like right next to me. But if you walk over this way, now we have walked right past Teriyaki Blues, and there's some very interesting things you can do with this, besides the fact that it's actually faster. We don't do it in our bingo because we need the time. But you can have some interesting things happen, like talking to Jenny here, and she's not supposed to be here, so the camera kind of gets a bit confused, and she'll pick you up, or you get teleported over here. And she's telling us to climb, but there's very obviously nothing there. But there is an invisible ledge we can hop up. And we're about to get teleported again. Woo! And now we're over here with Jenny. And it gets even weirder once we finish her dialogue. She's saying she can draw. I don't know what she's talking about. There's nothing here. And her head's kind of glitching out every time she moves for some reason. Now, if we go back, you can see that she's drawing all right, but she's drawing on the floor. And that's not so great, but we can break this cutscene even more. The trigger doesn't actually extend behind it, so you can walk right up to this Utilibot, don't mind Jenny, and you can just pull it away from under its claw, and it's very interesting. Jenny,
I do want to do a quick insert here. Is that Discord audio did get cut off initially when we switched over, so I wanted to just quickly reintroduce that we made a quick error in things, and so we're doing this glitch exposition here with these renders again. Just wanted to let those know who are confused, like, where's the next run? It's like, we have this glitch exposition. I can't even talk. We have this awesome
It's
stuff.
all good.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep
All good,
breaking this cutscene real quick. It's almost, and then I'll let Jaxler show off some more stuff that is probably more interesting. But I'm just gonna move this out of the way, and now you can see the cloth is kind of upright. This is just a mess, honestly. Now I can walk into the cutscene as normal, and this is what, as you saw at the beginning of the bingo game, except there's a lot of things not right with this. Now, I won't make you guys watch the entire cutscene, because there's stuff that Jaxler has to show. But
Yeah.
I will show you what happens when Telly reveals the Utilibot, which is no longer there, by the way, so we're going to have some very dramatic... she has a crayon. She's still clapping, by the way. It's like glued to her hand. And now Telly will reveal the Utilibot. It's... Yeah... Zooming in, dramatic music. Oh boy.
Nothing.
It's there.
It's nothing!
We
Let's
did
go!
it. Alright, Jaxler, I'll let you show some stuff.
All right,
Pretty
so something you might have seen me do, and maybe Kobe during the bingo, is something called drawer glitch, where you can take like a desk drawer or pullable objects and displace them from where they're normally supposed to be pulled. So, for example, this hot rod right here, you can actually pull it, and you're intended to be able to like clean a stain underneath it, but it's not spawned in right now. But because you can push and pull it, by extension, this means that this car is also a drawer. So I can perform drawer glitch on it, and I can take it on a little bit of an adventure with me. And now, as a result of doing this, you can actually take it much further away from where it's supposed to be. And the way these pushable objects are set up, outside of the Utilibots, these sort of drawers are on a set of rails, so they're not intended to be able to be pushed and pulled from certain angles. So when you glitch them out of their rails, you can do some funny things. So first of all, I'm going to come from this side, I'm going to hold onto the car, push it, and it's going to immediately start shadow cloning itself. Then I can pull it, and then I'm going to just start breakdancing in the middle of the floor. You can do a neat little dance here if you really want to. But yeah, you can keep pushing it out here, and you can bring it actually pretty far. You can essentially put it wherever you want to. You can probably push it into Mr. Sanderson over there. But the last kind of funny thing you can do is if I grab it and pull, whoop, all the way over there now. Why exactly that works, I don't really have a firm understanding of, but you can like get it like stuck. It's like stuck inside the pole right now. And if I were to go hover up there and like go on top of that, that's like just a floating platform you have access to there now. Not entirely useful in like any kind of speedrunning sense, but very, very funny.
Jaxler, I'm pretty sure I know why it happens, if you want me to say real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'll
it's
start
just-
sitting for another thing.
It's the same thing as with drawers, is when if you pull it out of its socket or rail, and then you try to pull or push it, or if you try to pull it further while it's like teleported, it will try to reset itself to its original position. So that's why it goes towards the wall again. But yeah, also Telly's crying in midair right now. Like just stopping halfway through.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
All right. Jackson, go to the next thing.
Yeah, so I'm just going to show off something small in the bedroom over here. This is actually something that anyone at home can do if they manage to find a copy of this game. This works on all versions of the game. You've been seeing us abuse wall clipping throughout the entirety of the game, but I'm going to show you a wall clip that is hilariously free. So right here, what I'm going to do is right next to this thing right here, I'm going to fall off the ledge. I'm trying to say something other than a peg. I'm basically shimmying myself behind the peg. I'm supposed to drop down. Hold on a second. All you do is shimmy behind the peg, drop down, and you're out of bounds. As simple as that. And just to kind of show you how nutty things look out of bounds, once my camera gets unstuck, you'll get to...
Don't worry, Jaxler, I'm also out of bounds. Way out. So we can.
So I also have another glitch called Chibi Room mode activated, and that means I can't actually use my Chibi visor right now. So okay, there we go. Yeah, look at this beautiful mess. You too can do this at home.
You can see under the rooms and like they're reflected.
Yeah, because like if you do this in the kitchen, for example, you'll see like an extra Chibi Robo below you. The way that they programmed the reflective textures in this game is they actually just made it so that there's another Chibi Robo and another copy of the entire reflected part of the room underneath the floor, and it's just a translucent floor that allows you to see under it and see all those things. So it's kind of a cool way to peel back the layers and look at the game design. Kobe, do you want to show like Out of Bounds in the living room?
Yeah, I'm already plugged into the void.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm already plugged into the void. So this is interesting. There's this white circle of an outlet here that we never really knew what it was. But it turns out if you get here during the opening sequence of the game, it's an out of bounds chibi house. So it's just a chibi house of just a floating outlet. And yeah, wait, Jaxler, I wanted you to crash the game with the leg.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. You show him the soft lock.
You want me to go to the fireplace?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go to the fireplace. And then that's probably like the last things because we'll both soft lock.
Yeah, probably at this point. Hopefully I'll have enough time to get up there.
Didn't you just have a file there of the hot rod?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm slightly confused. Oh, I was in Jenny's room, that's why. Should I just set up CRM? No. I'll have time.
Sorry, I'm heading to the fireplace right now, and it seems pretty insignificant. Like, you never do anything at the fireplace in this game. But actually, there's a loading zone here that you could never get to. I'm not the best at clipping inside of it. Yeah, I just got inside of it. And now I'm inside of a black void with nothing to do. There's no way out. I'm pretty sure... can you, Jaxler, was it you can't die in here, right? Even if you can reach 0 battery?
You cannot die. So if you run down the timer, it will just pause there and you just keep running around and nothing will happen. If you try to actually run down your battery, you won't die. I don't think you can use poses.
I just died. Except not. I have 0 battery, but I'm alive.
I have very little time on the in-game clock, so I'm going to try to go right into something called leg early. Now the reason... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. This should work. Cool. Okay, so now, in the any percent speedrun, the fastest version is the Wii version, because you can grab this leg early and skip about 5 minutes of gameplay. However, the reason why it only works on the Wii version is because of this. Volume warning, just FYI if you have my game audio turned on.
Are you even in a place where it would work? Or are you gonna progress normally?
This should be good.
I'm there just in case, but yeah, do it.
Yup, there it is.
Everybody remember this. Yeah. Everyone's favorite sound from the Wii era.
Oh yeah, baby.
This
is a hard crash, by the way. You have to completely turn off your Wii.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm going to do to save your ears. No.
I think that's just about it.
You can't even soft reset. That's a hard lock. But yeah, that's kind of all we've got in terms of a glitch exhibition. Thank you for meeting that incentive. That's very generous of everybody. I think it was at the first Bingothon that we showed off that, and it's really cool to be able to do it again. So, again, thank you so much to the people at Bingothon and all the wonderful people at home watching this. Thank you so much and for lending your support to this very good cause. Yeah, do you folks have anything else to say?
No. I think we're good.
Donate.
Other than let's go bingo.
Donate. Yeah, let's go bingo
Let's
and
go
donate.
bingo. Let's go bingo.
Donate and let's go bingo.
Let's go bingo.
All right, we'll
Let's
leave
go
for
bingo.
real this time.
Yeah, for real this time.
For real.
Let's go
All right.
bingo.
Everybody.
Alright.
Bye.
Let's go bingo. We'll
Bye.
see you
Again.
See you later, everyone.
See ya.
Later.
Again.
Take care.
All right. We'll go bingo now.
All right. That was an unexpectedly fun twist. Thank you all so much for meeting that incentives. That was super amazing. So now we're going to go ahead and have this quick intermission while we get a couple of things readjusted tech side, and we'll be right on our way with more oh goodness, I'm getting all tongue-tied from awesome. How awesome that was. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to have some awesome GTA 5 online single bingo. It's going to be good stuff. Do remember, we got some mugs. We have Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And we got some more Bid Wars, including my end of event Super Metroid run that will or will not include killing or saving the Animos. We'll put that up as soon as the incentive is met. And let's see, anything else you want to add, Floha?
I just want to say, no. Am I still mute? No. Okay, now it works. Discord was being dumped up there. I just want to say real quick, thank you very much for donating, everyone. You've made so many incentives possible already. And yeah, know that all of your donations are going to a good cause. They're all going to Fred Hutch's coronavirus research. And they're researching on the illness and the virus. And yeah, we all know what is happening due to this virus. We're all affected by it. And I think this is a great cause because just simply every one of us is affected by this. And yeah.
Yeah, I personally was majorly affected by this, and so Bingothon, like in this particular instance, has actually quite been a nice thing to invest my time in to keep me focused, to help keep my mind off heavy things. So it's been quite a nice, I wouldn't quite call it a distraction, but a nice venue to put my efforts into to help stave off the really hard impacts of what COVID has done. So continuing on that thought, we are going to go ahead and transition ourselves over to our GTA 5 online single bingo with Trix SNL. And without further ado, we'll get right on it. So we'll see you in a second.
Give it up.